Well, I was really hoping my first video would be something a bit more positive, but I gotta say, I just saw the Video Game Awards, and the winner for Best Narrative being The Last of Us Part 2. I mean, I really don't know what you guys in the industry are trying to pull here. I mean, even the most generous of reviewers were like, yeah, I like the game, but I wasn't in love with the story. Something was off. Something was wrong with it. A lot of it needs to be fixed. Just story wise. Poorly executed. I mean, and these are the good criticisms of the game, the non toxic ones. Everybody that's pretty much played is like, yeah, it could have been better. And then Ghost of Tsushima was there. Ultimately, it was a much better, more cohesive story. As far as narratives go, it may not have been the best narrative game on the list. Frankly, I don't remember the other ones because I only purchased one of them, as you can clearly see. But to try to do this whole course overcorrection thing because of a few online trolls, to where you just really ignore every legitimate criticism of the story's narrative for that game, to just slam it in people's faces like that, I'm like, it does a disservice not only to the people who purchase your content, but the other developers who work on stuff. Now, I wouldn't have even minded if you gave it Game of the Year because, oh, it's so controversial, people are still talking about it to this day. Okay, fine, you want to give it an award for that? Makes perfect sense. It was the Game of the Year. It's the game that got the most hype and the most discussion outside of Cyberpunk. But Best Narrative. Come on, guys. Can we be reasonable here? I mean, I got pretty much every single bit of the Naughty Dog catalog, with the exception of the Crash Bandicoot games. I don't do side scrollers anymore. But as far as the narrative, I mean, heck, I'm still playing the heck out of Lost Legacy right now. But this, you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know that you're just trying to re-troll people over foolishness you shouldn't even be engaged in. I don't know why we're all being Neil Druckmann stands for some reason. People can make bad narratives. People can collaborate with the wrong people. People can poorly execute a story that would have been better told if somebody else had on the reins on it. It can happen. You can't be like, you know, this person can do nothing wrong. Cory Barlog out there talking about, how he's like defending Neil Druckmann's work and stuff. And it's like, quite frankly, I think if Cory Barlog had worked with him on this game, it would have been way better told. Definitively, he's the much better storyteller than Neil Druckmann is right now. And that's why people are actually waiting to find the next God of War game. But this is just ridiculous. Absolutely absurd that you guys would give this thing best narrative. You could have gave it any other award, and I would have been behind you. But best narrative, it's like giving a Golden Globe to the finals 3 seasons of Game of Thrones. We all know it doesn't deserve it, so why would you even do it? Unless it was just to piss everybody off, including your fans. I hope this doesn't happen again next year. 2020, it's been a dumpster fire in like a quadruple different ways. And this is just one of the worst ways you could possibly end it. We were trying to end on a high note, and you screwed it up. Uh, let's try to do better next time. Please. Next time. Thank you. Hopefully I'll have something more positive to say next time. But this really disappointed me, and I'm sure it's disappointing a lot of other people as well. So I'm looking forward to the next slate of games. They're looking pretty good. Hopefully controversy free. And if there's controversy that's actually warranted, that we don't try to save it from itself. And actually tell the truth about how things are. Honesty is the best policy. Thank you, anybody that's listening to this. See you next time.